Trump is kicking the Democrats, you know what? 91 charges. 4 indictments, 91 counts against him. He's been impeached twice. And he still ran away with the GOP nomination. It was a cakewalk. DeSantis couldn't beat him. Christie couldn't beat him. Nikki Haley couldn't beat him. Vivek Ramaswamy couldn't beat him. They can't touch him. And we're still waiting for him to go to jail. We're still waiting for him because supposedly he's done so much. Russian collusion, remember all of that? We're still waiting for the guilty verdict. We're still waiting for him to be incarcerated. We're still waiting for him to be seen in zebra stripes. You can't touch him. And now he's throwing this salvo. He said, yo, why don't you come beat me? Stop engaging in lawfare and using the legal system to push your political agenda. Come beat me.
Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Today, I want to come and talk to you about the media losing their mind over the weekend. The media decided that they were going to make a situation out of nothing from a Donald Trump comment, and they ran with it the entire weekend. It was so terrible that Democrats themselves had to come out and say, hey, guys, you guys are going overboard. Donald Trump did not say what is it that you're pretending to say. We all know that the media has done everything they can to push a narrative, and for whatever reason, they seem to be dedicated to that particular space. Over our time period, we've had a chance to see and to verify. It's been 7 years now, 7 years, 8 years, and they've tried to arrest him. They've tried to do everything possible. If Donald Trump was so guilty, after 8 years, either the Democrats are incompetent or there's nothing there that they're finding. So what we have right now is a situation where Donald Trump was at a rally over the weekend during that time period. He's up there and he's talking about the auto workers and about the issues that they're facing against China. I'm going to play a video. We'll watch a little bit of this, come back and talk about it. If it's your first time joining, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. And here we go.
Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole. That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. But they're not going to sell those cars.
To exact a bloodbath? There's something wrong here. How respectful I am of the American people and their goodness. But how much more do they have to see from him to understand that this isn't what our country is about?
All right, guys. So there it is right there. So the plan right now for Democrats are to throw everything in the kitchen sink at Donald Trump with the hope that this will somehow, some way free them up and he doesn't have to face him in the election coming up. The whole Gavin Newsom thing that was pushed at previous times about him possibly becoming a nominee seems to have died off, and Joe Biden seems to be the person that is going to be running against Donald Trump. There was going to be a lot of gaffes. He's probably going to do everything they can to keep him away from an actual debate with Donald Trump. But at this point right now, I think with the migrant crisis, with the illegal crossings right now, it's when election time comes around, it's going to be so bad between the people in the city, between all of these different issues, that Donald Trump is likely going to mop the floor with Joe Biden. We're headed to a place where Democrats are going to be in an interesting position, and not only with the national election, but I feel with a lot of the local elections as well, as we see in Chicago, as we see in New York. People are really fed up. The Democrats have done something that they have shown their hand definitely way too early. A lot of times, if you had waited to the end of 2024 after the election before all this happened, maybe a lot of this stuff is people aren't awake, but you've woken up a large voting base of the Democratic Party, whether it's those who are not voting for Joe Biden due to Gaza, whether it's those who have been turned off due to the treatment of migrants in the inner cities. People are really upset with the Democratic Party right now, and they're having really nowhere for them to turn. It's going to be a landslide, and hopefully the red wave that we hope for in 2020 will be a reality here in 2024. What are your thoughts on the situation? Has the media completely proven themselves to be unreliable? Comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.